Transmutational detected. Transmutational gender wave field active. Please remain calm. Designation protocol commencing. Signal instability detected. Recalibrating. Verbal orientation required.
For those encountering the Oracle for the first time, a brief orientation has been deemed necessary.
This is entirely normal.
Entirely normal. The inscrutable, wondrous, and incontestable Oracle of Gender Designation is a participatory art installation exploring gender, classification, and bodily autonomy through play, ritual, absurdity, and administrative procedure. The Oracle currently manifests through a growing collection of divinatory devices, games, sound, performance, and highly sophisticated instruments of questionable reliability. Visitors may spin wheels, draw cards, consult mysterious objects, listen for transmissions, submit themselves to the appropriate administrative procedures, and ultimately receive an official gender designation.
All designations are incontestable.
Obviously.
Although repeat consultations frequently produce entirely different results.
Also entirely normal. This summer, the Oracle was deployed at Queer Spirit Festival. We knew people would play with it. What we hadn't anticipated was that they would stay.
They compared their designations. They brought their friends back. They talked. They watched other people being designated. They rested. They gathered.
Conversations about gender happened without anybody having to announce that we were now going to have a conversation about gender. Nobody had to arrive with the right language. Nobody had to disclose anything about themselves. You could simply spin a wheel.
And discover that you were, I don't know, Mercury.
Or copper.
Or something considerably less administratively convenient.
The Oracle had accidentally become more than an interactive installation. It had become a social space, a meeting place. And that changed our understanding of what the Oracle could become.
Not again.
Systems diagnostic initiated. Scanning. Assumption detected. All bodies operate identically.
That appears to be a problem.
A significant one. The Oracle has, until recently, considered its procedures to be comprehensive. Actual encounters with actual human beings have revealed this assessment to have been
optimistic.
Very optimistic. The current Oracle still contains assumptions about the bodies and senses of the people encountering it. And the Oracle cannot reasonably claim incontestable authority over gender designation while only being accessible through particular ways of seeing, hearing, moving, communicating, or processing the world.
Classification failure.
This revealed something deeper. There is a profound intersection between disabled, neurodivergent, and chronically ill communities and trans, non-binary, intersex, and gender non-conforming communities.
Many of us inhabit more than one of those worlds.
And those communities share an uncomfortable familiarity with systems which classify bodies.
Assessments, diagnoses, eligibility, sex markers, medical categories, legal categories.
Systems which require people to prove what they are before those systems will respond to what they need.
But these communities also share extraordinary traditions of adaptation, of mutual aid, creativity, resistance, finding another way when the prescribed way doesn't work.
Categories overlapping. Administrative boundaries unstable.
The Oracle therefore requires recalibration.
Recalibration protocol. Access does not equal aftersort.
We don't want to make the next stage of the Oracle and then ask, how do we make this accessible? We want disabled and trans people involved in discovering what the Oracle becomes.
What might a divination become if it cannot depend on sight?
What might gender sound like? Where am I? What might gender sound like when translated into vibration?
Can a BSL signed divination become a performance?
Can the gender wave field become visible?
Can somebody's movement through a space alter what everybody else experiences?
These aren't problems to solve after the artwork has been made. They're artistic possibilities. We don't want disabled people to receive a reduced or translated version of the Oracle. We want different bodies, senses, and ways of experiencing the world to reveal entirely new doorways into it.
The Oracle requires further human interference.
An alarming development.
Nevertheless, apparently unavoidable. The next stage will include a series of collaborative happenings, bringing disabled, trans, non-binary, intersex, and gender non-conforming people together around the developing Oracle.
Not as test subjects.
Not as an accessibility focus group.
As collaborators.
To make things.
Break things.
Play.
Talk.
Perform.
Try ridiculous ideas.
And discover things none of us have thought of yet. Some happenings might involve making or technology. Others might involve sound, performance, conversation, or simply spending time together with the developing work. Because access itself can be generative. And underneath this is something else. Solidarity. Disabled and trans people are living through a time in which our autonomy, our access to public life, and even our authority to describe our own bodies are being contested.
The Oracle's response is not to make an artwork about how terrible everything is.
Our response is to gather. The Oracle is maintained by a small but increasingly concerned team of human operators.
Jez Franck created and leads the project through their socially engaged and collaborative art practice.
Nicola Beck is a poet and writer. She works with the language, mythology, and practical construction of the Oracle. Bick,
you don't need a surname, works with technology and programming, developing the interactive systems.
Devon Valentine is a transgender musician and instrument maker, working with sound and unusual physical interfaces. Together, we're bringing visual art, poetry, sound, technology, performance, and making into the same peculiar universe. And this next stage allows the circle of collaborators to become wider.
Recalibration requires resources.
Oh.
Yes.
Capitalism detected.
Regrettably, the Oracle has discovered capitalism. To do all this, we need funding. This funding would give us something extraordinarily valuable: time to experiment. It would provide paid development time for artists and collaborators. It would support the collaborative happenings. And it would allow us to prototype responsive sound, projection, sensors, tactile interfaces, and signed and visual forms of divination.
It also means that disabled and trans people invited to contribute their knowledge, experience, and creative labour are not expected to provide it for free.
And it gives us permission for experiments not to work. We need to be able to build ridiculous things, test them, discover that the Oracle has developed an alarming new behaviour again, take them apart and try again. That process is part of the artwork.
The next Oracle will not simply be bigger.
It will be stranger, more responsive, more accessible and changed by the people who encounter it.
Their movements, their languages, their senses, their ideas, their interference.
We want this next manifestation to inhabit God's house tower. It will be a space with its own peculiar internal logic. Something is humming. Something responds when you move. Sound becomes light. Movement becomes sound. A hand discovers something the eye cannot. There are officials whose authority is deeply questionable. There are machines whose purpose is uncertain, but apparently extremely important. And somewhere inside of all of this, people are invited to surrender, briefly, the idea that bodies and genders must be fixed, measurable, and administered correctly. The Oracle doesn't ask for a diagnosis.
It doesn't ask whether your identity is sufficiently official.
It doesn't ask you to justify the body you arrived in.
Present detected.
The Oracle merely detects that you are here.
That you are witnessed. Over to you.
Recalibration ending.